Gregory. Gregory, what are you doing? Hi, Greg. And hi to anyone else who is here. Welcome to the stream. I'm Liz. It's Thursday night. No, it's not Thursday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday night. Clearly, I don't even know what day it is. Is my chat not coming up in my Streamlabs layout? I don't know. Hello, welcome. Thank you, Greg. And Barry is not streaming for the contribution to the dance challenge and the 20 biddies. Is that a Spider-Man in the background? That is a Fire Ferrets poster. Coffee at night, yeah. Coffee at night. I was considering drinking something else, but I'm like, it is called Coffee Talk. Indeed. So, but yes, I do drink coffee frequently at night, even though I probably shouldn't. I'm going into, thank you, Cam, for the host. I appreciate you. Are you saying, oh, this is Cora. So going all Avatar. Yes. Very, very hot coffee in Marquis' mug that he got me last year for my birthday. But yeah, it's been a very long time. Not for, I know last time I hosted one of these, I kind of like had a sit down chat and was like, guys, it's been a while. And I was like, I was kind of going through it, but I'm actually doing quite all right. Just a lot of different things going on. So happy to say that thankfully I've pretty much been okay for the most part. But just a lot of different things going on. I've been busy and missing everybody, but I wanted to try as much as I could. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. Get back as much as I can into streaming. Work has been busy. I've been doing a lot of traveling to visit my significant other, who we are long distance, and doing activities with him and uh, other activities, visiting friends and whatnot, and going on like little mini adventures when I'm not working. If you've been following me on my Instagram, you've been seeing I've been doing a ton of hiking, going on little hiking adventures, trying to soak up all of the summer and the daylight. I feel like during the winter it's really tough, and I feel like for me at least, got a lot of seasonal depression happening in the winter months, and then in the summer it's been so nice. I've been trying to soak it all in while I can, so it almost seems extravagant to stay inside and be playing video games, right? Shout out to Paula, welcome, and welcome to everyone who's here. I kind of just jumped right into stuff without really prefacing coffee talk night. Hi, welcome. Grab a beverage, doesn't have to be coffee. Hope you are well and chill and doing well. Clearly it's been a while since I've streamed because I am just stumbling all over my words, but yeah. Shout out to Cam. Happy to see you all here. Really, really good to see you. But yes, I've been going on a lot of hiking adventures when I'm in the woods and definitely not streaming. So the opposite, like antithesis of staying inside and playing video games and hanging out with people online. And obviously a lot of scary stuff going on with like Delta variant and things like that. But when things open back up a little bit, just going on more adventures and seeing people in real life instead of on the internet. So for myself, I haven't really allotted myself the time to be online because, like, not to say that it's a waste, because it's definitely not, and I still very much love streaming, love being here and being with everyone. It does seem a little like, not lazy, not like extravagant, but like, especially if it's like sunny outside and like nice, it feels like you want to go outside and like take advantage. Like I feel like, oh, like what am I doing inside? Like I should go outside, like I should do stuff out there. So it's been a tough balance for me trying to do all the things I want to do, like streaming, or like I've got some personal projects I want to do, and going outside. I've been going on ice cream adventures too. Again, also, if you've been following me on the gram, you've seen my hiking adventures and my ice cream adventures. Ice creams, yes. If you're not drinking coffee, you should grab some ice creams. Yeah, it's been a little bit of an unofficial tradition after I go hiking somewhere, like, and I'm all hot and sweaty and gross. I like go out and I get ice cream, but I've made it like a whole thing. So I try to find kind of like in the Liz Tries brand. I've been way ahead of you on the coffee part. That's good. Are you working tonight, Greg, or did you get off work at some point? Or are you just drinking coffee? I've been talking and not drinking coffee at all yet. I feel like some of the things on my Streamlabs aren't quite working, but that's okay. Got off earlier. I'm glad. Just chilling and drinking coffee. Everything's good. But yeah, I've made a thing of it this summer to do a little bit of a coffee tour. So I've been finding new local places to try every time I go hiking, or I'm feeling like I want ice cream, which is all the time, to go and find some new ice cream shops in my area. So if you've got a favorite ice cream shop you want me to try, let me know and I will gladly check it out. But yeah, just doing a lot of adventuring, a lot of different things that I wasn't doing this time last year necessarily. It is kind of crazy to think last year versus like where I am today. I talked a little bit about it last time, but last year I had just quit my job. It was something that made me extremely miserable, and I was very unhappy at my last job. And this time last year it was like pretty uncertain. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was still kind of in search of my career and just trying to make ends meet, and I had a lot of extra time, so I was doing some streaming, doing some gaming, and I haven't even played games for fun lately. And usually by the end of the day, when I'm done with all my stuff and work and whatever other activities I want to try to get to that day, I'm just tired. So it's hard to even just play games for fun, let alone streaming for people. But I miss it. I truly do. And I really want to get back into it. Yeah, it's okay, Greg. It's okay. Um, it's all good. I have a habit of picking things up and having like really, really high expectations or high aspirations for myself. And I'll start all of these things, and then sometimes I don't end up finishing said things. And I realized a little bit that happened to me with streaming too. Last year, I was super duper involved and got really into it, and I was streaming all the time, playing all sorts of new games and whatnot. And then after some time, I just kind of fell off. And hi, Hunter X. Are you familiar with DN by any chance? I'm not sure. Can you elaborate on what that is? Also, before I get into nice. Before I get into like the stream stuff, I wanted to say that anytime throughout the month of August and September, I am donating all of my bits, donations, anything that I get from streaming is going to the Trevor Project. You see some of the Moobot alerts going out. Actually, that was part of the reason why I wanted to do a coffee talk as well. Obviously, some of the themes I like to hit in my streams include mental health, but 2 weeks ago to the day, I found out my friend Vance had passed away. And so that was kind of like an inspiration for me doing this and continuing to stream more and start a fundraiser in his memory to benefit the Trevor Project, which is an organization that helps LGBTQ plus youth 25 and under. So yeah, definitely wanted to do something special in honor of Vance and just wanted to get that out there as well. And there's a separate donation link too if you want to donate directly to that or just share it and be here for that. So I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate Greg being a really good mod. Thank you for modding and doing the mod stuff. But yeah, so a little bit of what's been going on as well, just like friend stuff. Like I had mentioned about my friend Vance. Even tonight before getting on stream, like I wanted to get on earlier, like 7:30, and that ended up being a little bit ambitious because one of my best friends is in the hospital. She's doing okay, but like she's been in there for a week, a little over a week, and I've been going to visit her like every other day. So just a lot of things going on concurrently and just taking my focus every which way besides on streaming stuff. So thankfully everyone's been super duper gracious and kind and reaching out to see how things have been going. And even though I put a lot of expectations and pressure on myself to do certain things, never ever felt that way from anyone in the community. Everyone's been super nice and very much like, it's okay, take your time. So I'm very, very thankful for all of you. No, you. But yeah, thank you to Barbara05 for the follow. And again, thank you to Greg for the biddies. Also want to say thank you to Four Gathers for the follow. I had some older ones too. I'm gonna see if I can pull those back up to give those people shout outs. But yeah, how's everyone else been doing? Hope you are doing well as well. I feel like it's just been a busy time, whether or not you've been going out on adventures. Four Gathers is a bot, thanks. I wasn't sure. Got him. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hello, Took. Good to see you. Yeah. It's been, that's also one of the things I've seen since I've been away, is that it seems that there's been a lot of like hate raids and like botting things going on, which is a little concerning. Um, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a reason why I've stayed away from streaming, but it's certainly like not a reason for me to get back into it. Um, so yeah, it's been a little bit concerning. Doesn't seem like Twitch is doing a whole lot, even though they say that they're trying to do more. So that's fun. That's great. We love that. Yeah, that's why it's really great to have some very, very good mods like Greg. Do I have goals? Like stream goals? Or like life goals? Goals in general? Uh, Stream goals, yeah, for sure. Like I said, at least for August and September, I'm raising money in honor of my friend Vance, who passed away at the end of July. Um, all good topics, for sure, for sure, for sure. And it's in the tags here, but in case you are new here, I do tend to talk a lot about mental health topics. So if you are sensitive to some of those things, this may not be the stream for you. Um, but yeah, especially like during May, I like to do mental health awareness streams. That was like one of the last times I did stream was in May, and I was playing A Night in the Woods, which I still need to finish. That was kind of on the topic of I start things and don't finish them. I started playing Night in the Woods and didn't end up finishing it, so I will come back to that eventually. I would say loneliness is mental health. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And it's all part of like self care. Night in the Woods. I love that game. It's so good and really funny. And I don't know how things are on your guys' end. It looks a little bit crunchy for me, but maybe that's just because of Streamlabs. I'm not entirely sure. But yes, very good kitten indeed. But other stream goals, normally when. Okay, awesome, sweet. When I'm not in this layout and not using Streamlabs for kind of an informal, chill talking stream, I stream off of my PlayStation. That's kind of been the thing I've been up to for the last almost 2 years now. My stream anniversary is coming up in September, which is kind of crazy. So I've been streaming off my PlayStation. Oh my gosh, Bobo, thank you. Thank you for the 200 bits. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Yeah, when I've been trying to get off of my PlayStation setup for some time. Everyone's like, you need to get a PC, but honestly, like if I want to continue to improve my stream and improve just everything, like the quality of games I can play and all that stuff, like I definitely have been meaning to upgrade my setup. And I'm in the process of that. I know I've been saying that for a very long time, but before it was kind of just talk. And I have taken some time to save up some money. I have a very lovely partner who was helping me out with PC building parts and things like that. So we are on our way. We are on our way. I don't know exactly when we're going to have a PC built, but it's happening. So I'm very, very excited about that as well. So hopefully by the end of the year, perhaps start of the new year, I will have a PC, be able to start really upgrading my streams and playing some new games for you. But I feel like I have so many games in the queue that I need to play. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It can be a little scary kind of putting yourself out there like that and just kind of chatting with people. PC stand for Penguin Cookies. It can for you, Greg. I mean it as personal computer, but Penguin Cookies for you. That's totally fine. And I'm glad you appreciate it, Bobo. I really am glad that people seem to vibe with these sort of streams because, yeah, it can be hard just in a lot of ways, at least in my house. It feels like I'm talking to no one, even though I know that's not the case. I have you guys out there that I am connecting with, and especially with some deeper things that I like to touch on. It can lead to solutions, absolutely, and it's good that people are starting to have these conversations more. I think it's super important because the more we talk about it, the more people can get help and feel like they're not alone and be connected. And like I said, I wanted to do this because I was kind of inspired by my friend Vance, and um, his passing was pretty hard in a lot of different ways because, uh, yeah, we've been very isolated during COVID. That's a super great point. And, um, it's very cliche, but people always say, especially when younger people pass away, and it may or may not be mental health related, like whether, it's self harm or suicide. It's always the people you least suspect. And it is super cliche, but it's very true that, you know, the people who look super happy all the time and look like they have their shit together and have like a ton of friends, you never quite know what may be going on behind the scenes. And honestly, it's a lot of the people who seem to have it together the most that probably actually don't behind closed doors and need friends more. And ironically, people probably don't check in on those people as often because it's like, oh, they've got it, like they're good. Um, so that's why I definitely like to foster open conversations around these topics because it's good to know you're not alone, and comics have a dark side. Yeah, exactly. You think about people like Robin Williams. He was incredibly bright and smart and talented and funny as hell, and so many people looked up to him and thought he was hilarious and thought how talented he was, and you just never quite know. And they say, like, there's like the 27 club, right? Like a lot of younger people and celebrities pass away around the year of 27 years old because, especially going through your 20s, can be a really hard transitional time when you're not quite a kid, but not quite grown, and you're kind of somewhere in the middle, just still trying to figure things out. It can be really, really difficult sometimes to do that. And sometimes people don't quite figure it out, or they feel like they're alone. And definitely something worth talking about. Um, I know, especially my friend who had just recently passed, like I got to know him in college, and he was an underclassman from me, graduated the year after me, but he was extremely bright. And, after he passed and the shock kind of set in once I found out, I came to the realization that not only is he the third person I got to know from college, but he is the third person from the program that I graduated from, like my degree, my department, that also had passed away from suicide. And I feel like it's something very much worth talking about and carrying on their legacy. My other two friends that I knew had passed away. My friend Tom passed away a couple of years ago. He was a filmmaker and incredibly bright and smart and talented. Yeah, thank you, Bobo. And prior to that, my friend Mary had passed away. And she, again, incredibly smart, bright, talented, wanted to be in broadcasting. And even most recently, my friend Vance, like he graduated with a communications degree and was working helping people in HR. Like he was a people's person. Like he was literally friends with everybody, and the type of person where even if you didn't know him directly, you knew of him. And it didn't matter if you were younger than him, older than him. Like, I feel like students, staff, faculty, like everyone kind of looked up to him. Very much a leader, and it was especially very eye-opening, um, being able to have the privilege of attending his service. My life sucks and I am to blame. Thank you for the follow. Um, yeah, being able to attend his service and hear all of the stories about him, it seemed like that was very much the type of person he was from forever. Just like friends with everybody, and everyone had kind of gone through uh, their own stuff, and especially him growing up, but it seemed like he, for a while, just kind of rose above. Thank you, Greg. So yeah, I definitely wanted to bring up, no, it's okay, I appreciate it. Wanted to bring up these topics because it really can be anybody, and you don't know, like the friends who are friends with everybody, unfortunately, I feel like it seems they could be as bubbly and outgoing as anyone out there, and um, unfortunately, you don't know what's going on in their inner world, and you don't know if, when they feel like they really need friends and they don't seem to have anybody there for them. It's really awful. Yeah, thank you, Cam. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. But yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just talking about it helps people open up more. And at least for me, again, like the people I had mentioned, like they were all college friends. It wasn't like they were necessarily, say, like my best friends, but certainly people who made an impact on me during my school years and even after. Um, and their losses impacted so many different people in so many different ways. And I think that was one of my biggest takeaways when I did lose them at the different times that I lost them was you never quite know the impact you might have on somebody, and the loss that you might feel from someone being gone. And like the remarks I made, it's like he was such a talented filmmaker, or he was such an inspiration and a leader to the people around him, or she was going to be an amazing broadcaster, she had an amazing talent. Like, you just never know how people perceive you, and it can be difficult when that inner voice inside is telling you all the negative things and you don't quite know that people don't see you that way. And I absolutely agree, Bobo. It's been very, very good to meet people. And certainly, like you had mentioned, like during COVID times, it was very isolating, very lonely. And Twitch and the community that we've built up through Twitch and like through Discord and things like that made everyone feel a lot less alone, I think. And I felt like I had friends that I could talk to and reach out to at any time. And even though we haven't physically been in a room together, we haven't actually met in person, it's like I still feel like a lot of these people are some of my closest friends. Yeah, exactly. And it's not to say that you can't be positive. Like, it certainly helps sometimes having a little bit of a positive mindset. But I know there are some people, even in my own personal life, who are very much like, oh, I'm always happy. Like, I never have bad days. Like, there's always something to be happy about. And it's like, well, yeah, that might be true, but that's not helpful, especially when you're going through shit. That's almost where it crosses the line into like toxic positivity, right? Where it's like you kind of deny all of the bad things that might be going on, but never truly acknowledge how you're really feeling. Like, it's not bad to feel bad. It's not bad to feel angry. There's no like good or bad emotions. Like, they just are, like their emotions. It's how you deal with them and how you react or don't that kind of can make it good or bad. But the feelings themselves aren't bad. I think it can become bad if you let them fester and just kind of swirl around and not talk about them or not release them. But it's always good to have positive outlets for those things, like whether it's talking to a very good friend or, a therapist, or having hobbies like painting or whatever the case may be, whatever is a good, productive outlet and release for that kind of stuff. And yeah, thank you. I mean, I can only speak to my own personal experience and like my life experience. I'm in no way like a professional about these things, but I've been through some shit, and if I can hopefully help other people who might be going through it, then definitely here for it. Absolutely. But yeah, no way, shape, or form am I a professional. So take my advice with a grain of salt. If it works for you, then awesome, amazing. But the only reason why I do these things is because, I hope it helps. I really do. But yeah, it's been a difficult year and a half in general. Yeah. And like that can be a good release too. If you are going through stuff, sometimes it helps helping other people and realizing that, maybe if you've gone through some stuff yourself, like at least if you can put out good into the world, then it might make you feel better too. And I would only caution in those instances too is to not completely burn yourself out and pour from an empty cup. Definitely make sure to save some energy and some love for yourself. And yeah, take care of yourself, because it can be easy, or a little bit easier being like a people pleaser, and kind of doing everything for everybody else. But at the end of the day, that's not really a great solution either, because you just end up exhausted and burnt out, and you're still not getting to like the root of the problem. So for sure, it's easy to do. Like I know I certainly can get in that habit of like doing everything for everyone else, but never leaving time for myself. So yeah, it can be really tough to balance all that stuff. Exactly. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, and we can do that in a variety of different ways. Like, obviously, this past year has been difficult to do it in person, but making that time for the loved ones in your life. And if you don't have a whole lot of people in your life that you can turn to, um, I had people tell me before, especially if certain relationships can be complicated, that family is not always blood, family is who you choose. So that has been at least very helpful to me. Yeah, have fun and find enjoyment in the things that you like to do. It could be like me, like going on hikes and being surrounded by nature, or, reading your favorite book, or especially for me, I know a huge comfort has been my pets, my cat L'Oreal, and a lot of you who have been to my streams have seen my kitty cat, so you know. But if you are blessed enough to have pets, those can be a huge source of joy and love too, and especially on the days that it might feel difficult to love yourself, I've always found it's really easy to find joy and love in my pets and love them even on the days that's difficult to love myself. Headbutts are great from cats because it's a really good sign that they trust you. So I love that for sure. I did want to take a break at some point from being so heavy because I did get a package from a place called Nice Shirt Thanks. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it before, but essentially you type out a prompt for them and you just kind of put it out into the ether and have their designers like design a t-shirt for you, and then eventually it comes back to you and you don't quite know what you're gonna get. That's a really cute emote, Greg. I like that one. But I got this shirt from Nice Shirt, thanks, and it finally came in, so I'm gonna open it and see what I got, because I kind of remember what prompt I put in, but it's been a while since I've gotten it, since I put in my order, and I literally don't know what's gonna be. So I think, well, before, I will show off my shirt first. Opening hype. I'll show off the shirt, and then I'll see if you guys can guess the prompt. I don't know what it says. I don't know what it says. Okay, hang on. It got stuck. Okay, so this is perfect for what I anime. Does anyone know what this is from? Oh my god, it's a Twitch logo. It's a Twitch logo. That is clever. That is really funny. Can anyone guess what the prompt was? This is absolutely lovely. I'm a fan of this. Or a glitch, sure. I mean, like, it, yeah. Yeah, that's the Twitch logo, right? Pancakes? Does anyone know what it says? Like, the text? I mean, it's backwards. But does anyone know what that says? This is, I don't know where I'm gonna wear this. Probably streaming only. I'll if you follow me in Discord, I'll post the prompt in Discord, so you, is it pizza time? That was fun. It took me forever to be able to order a design from them because they were so popular online and on TikTok and stuff like that, people ordering t-shirts, that they were all backed up, and anytime I tried to order, it said that they had reached the maximum amount of orders for the day, so I had to literally set an alarm, and it was like you have to wait until 12 a.m. the next day, Central Time, so I had to set an alarm so I would be able to log on and order a t-shirt, just send in a prompt. I'm very interested to know what it says, though. I wonder if I can, like, put it in Google Translate and, like, scan it with my phone, so it can translate. I was like, where's Marquis? He might know. But interesting. But yeah, how's everyone else been doing? I again hope that you have been well, and don't want things to be too heavy, but definitely wanted to open up the floor. Have movie nights? Yeah, that's a great idea. I know a lot of streamers have movie nights, but you know what? I've never actually watched one. I don't know how they work. So you just kind of like host the movie, and then you're able to like text chat, stream movies. Yeah, I know you do. I know that Cordsy does. Like, I haven't been able to actually. Yeah, I was like 25 months. Like, that's been a while. Then I know you've been doing it, and like I said, Cordsy's been doing it for a while too. But I haven't actually been able to jump on. Cordsy usually streams like really late though, so that's why I haven't. I've been turning into a pumpkin by like 10:30 at night, which is why I'm drinking coffee so late, so I can be able to be somewhat coherent for stream. But is it similar to when you host, say, um, like, like the gaming events and stuff like that, where it's like you see the video and you basically just text chat? Yeah, and it's West Coast time, exactly. He goes like really late, and it's a little too late for me, at least as of late. I used to be able to do that when I worked the night shift. Kinda? Okay. Because I feel like in a setting like this, where you're chatting, that would like take away from the movie. And at least for me, it would be hard to watch if someone was giving commentary every 2 seconds. But yeah. Discord allows you to stream a window, so it's like OBS window capturing. Oh, I was gonna say, is that like allowed, or like how is that not like taken down? Because I know there are certain streaming platforms that will have like a watch party feature. Like I think Prime, you can do. I mean, that makes sense because Twitch and Prime. Um, I mean, like, is there any chance it's like TOS? Like, are you not allowed to stream certain copyrighted content, or is it literally just a window capture? Because that feels like it could be a copyright thing if you are not streaming it correctly, or if you're taking stuff you're not supposed to stream on Twitch or Discord. I don't. Do you know what I'm saying though? Like if you're just doing a window capture, it's like you could pull up Netflix and like if you don't have the rights to that, like if you're window capturing Netflix, then like that's probably a no-no, I'm assuming, right? Yeah. But yeah, I certainly could do movie nights. There's another thing I've been wanting to start pursuing as well. As I've mentioned, I have the tendency to pick up hobbies and then hyperfixate on them for a while and then not finish them. No VOD created, so it oh, okay. That makes sense if you do it in a certain way that yeah, as long as you're not saving the VOD, it makes sense. But yeah, hobbies I suddenly picked up and have been pursuing. One of the things I got into in the summer slash like slightly right before the summer, I started getting into tarot a little bit more. So I've been studying a lot of that, but I've got a handful of different tarot decks, and I was thinking about starting to do some readings on Twitch and streaming those. Doing some card readings for people. I think that would be fun, and I haven't quite seen a lot of that. Certainly not in our community of the Neighborhood Watch. Um, so I think that could be pretty fun and unique. Doing a little bit of almost like this, like a just chatting stream, but you'd be able to. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Like you'd be able to see my face, but I'm thinking like have like a camera set up on my table, like where I'm laying down the cards and stuff, so you could kind of see what I'm doing. But I think that would be fun as well. I've been a little more tentative on doing that kind of stuff because I still very much feel like I am new to it and I'm learning and I don't quite know what I'm doing yet. So build up a little bit more confidence with that so I can kind of confidently deliver readings and things like that. But at least in my own personal practice, I have gotten some interesting results to come out and have gotten some clarity on situations from doing that for my own self. Yeah, the Twitch teams are definitely very fun. I know ours is certainly exceptional. We do have team events. No, you, Greg, you're exceptional. You're like the best mod ever. Um, we have this one this weekend. Exactly. We have the Neighborhood Watch block parties every third Thursday of the month. Yeah, this is the third Thursday of the month, typically. Where and we alternate. Usually, we'll do like a community or like chat based event where chat can participate. Thursday weekend. Sorry, third weekend of the month. I totally got this. Um, third weekend of the month, block parties. Alternating between doing like chat based events where you can participate directly in people's streams, or we'll do games where the watch members play together. So at last check, there was a couple dozen of us, at least over 50, between 50 and 60 of us. And so when we're able to get a bunch of us together to play a game, it's usually a very fun, good, rowdy time. 59. Yeah, I knew some people have come and gone, so I knew it was below 60. Words on stream and Gartic are fun. Yes, for sure. One of the last block parties I was participating in, I played Gartic Phone with the watch, and that was hilarious. Excuse me. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to stream it because for some reason I have issues with window capture on this computer. So I just played for fun with the team, and other members streamed what we were doing with the games. But yeah, I'm hoping again to bring this all full circle once I get my PC built, which I'm working on currently in the process of buying the parts for and stuff like that. Once that is all taken care of, hopefully it'll just kind of open the horizons on all the different things that I can do. So I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, between doing kind of chill streams like this, I want to do a little bit more streams on my PlayStation and do as much as I can, even though continuing to be busy in my own personal life, traveling and working and whatnot, but finishing some of the games I've already started, doing more streams, and yeah, throughout the month of August and September, raising money for the Trevor Project. Paula, thank you for the donation to the dance challenge. Yeah, I'm really glad. It's always the best when you can find your comfort games that you really enjoy playing. For me, ironically, one of my comfort games is The Binding of Isaac, which it can be a really morbid game for most people on the outside looking in. But for me, it's like a comfort because I've been playing it for so long that even though it's constantly different and switching up, I know how the game plays and I don't really need to think about it. I think it's funny. I think it's fun. It can be like a really like fun challenge. Like it's not so crazy of a challenge where it makes you want to like, well, it does make me want to rage quit sometimes, but it's a good challenge. And actually I forgot, like I wanted to mention this and forgot it until now, but for the longest too, like one of my comfort games was Overwatch, but everything going on with like the Activision Blizzard protests and things like that, like I wanted to play Overwatch again, and then everything started happening and I was like, nope. And that was frequently a game I would come back to like in streams too, like if it had been a while and I wanted to do something just chill, something relaxed that didn't take a lot of brain power for me to play, like I didn't have to learn a whole entire new game system. I would just throw on Overwatch. But yeah, I know a lot of people did since the Hong Kong protests for sure, and some people had mentioned that in my streams too when I would stream Overwatch, but I wasn't as privy to what happened back then. Yeah, and it is a difficult game to get a hold of for sure, but especially with everything coming to light as of late, certainly Activision Blizzard is a problematic company, and even though I've already purchased my copy of Overwatch, I've already purchased the pop culture items, it will still continue to be one of my favorite games, but in perhaps like a nostalgic sense. Yeah. Hi, John. What's good, my guy? I hope you are doing well. The Hong Kong issues too. Yeah, for sure. Like, it's just, are you unfamiliar with what happened, Bobo, or are you just asking if that also contributed to me not wanting to support Activision Blizzard? But yeah, even though like my purchase money has already gone to the company for the game and everything else, yeah. So like I said, I'm a little bit unfamiliar with all the intricacies of the Hong Kong issue, so I will relay it to the best of my memory and ability, but certainly you can GTS, or as I like to say, Google that shit, and find out. But what I remember a handful of years back with Hong Kong, they had people in the esports industry. It wasn't Overwatch, it was another competitive esports game. I want to say it was like League of Legends or something like that, related to Activision Blizzard. They had a contestant who was protesting against the Chinese government and essentially got like blackballed from the esports community because of his protests and because he was going against China, and because Activision Blizzard is heavily influenced by China and they've got a lot of vested interest in what China does and like the government and all that stuff. Essentially, like Activision Blizzard didn't do much to help out this player, and they took away their game earnings, Exactly. Yeah, it all had to do with money, and they didn't want to lose money from China. So they took away this gamers' prize money from like this esports tournament that they were a part of. It was like a whole big thing, and then Activision Blizzard got a whole bunch of flack for not sticking up for the player and for going with China out of the interest of money. So some of it was kind of reversed, but not really exactly. Yeah. So that was my very basic overview understanding of what had happened. And because I wasn't necessarily like a league player, and I only was super duper familiar with Activision Blizzard because of Overwatch. I'm sure they have created other games that I've played, like without a doubt, but I felt a little bit more removed from that situation. Um, and I guess in that respect, didn't pay it as much mind. But I think now, with everything else kind of coming to light, their company being so problematic, can't really turn a blind eye to that anymore, nor do I want to. I don't want to support a company that does not promote healthy work cultures, especially for minorities, whether that be women or the BIPOC community or LGBTQ plus community. Not about it. So it's kind of a similar situation with like the Harry Potter situation with J.K. Rowling being super duper problematic, and just making all the comments and things that she's had to say. It's like I grew up reading all the books, loving all the movies, the whole thing, like super duper Harry Potter nerd. But when all that stuff came out, it's like, all right, it was fun while it lasted. Still got a lot of love for the series. Definitely not. Yeah, people make the argument you can separate the art from the creator. I think in that instance, a lot of people try to do that because it's like Harry Potter was so beloved, and for the stories that were created, it seemed like such a drastic departure. Like all of what was coming out about the author was very much different than the inclusive world that she had seemed to create. Um, but in recent interviews and tweets or whatever, like it seems like she's come out being like, oh, well, I've got secret fans, I've got secret supporters, like they're out there. And it's like, no, I feel like in any way, shape, or form, if you are buying her products and supporting her, she feels like you are supporting her views, which is just not true. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it's like the stuff I already have, I've already purchased. She's made her money off of me in that way, but am I going to continue to buy more products that benefit her? No, probably not. Um, Kind of the same deal with Overwatch, but we were talking about comfort games, and that's how I got on the subject of Overwatch. I don't know if I'll end up ever playing it again, and even if I do, I certainly won't stream it. Because I think it's the whole situation is just a little bit problematic, and by a little I mean quite problematic. Until they really turn the tide of that company and make it a more inclusive place to work. Um, Maybe if the company, hello, good to see you, Alec. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. Um, so yeah, if the company makes better strides and the employees feel like it's a better place to work and they get better contracts with their unions and things like that, perhaps I can see myself supporting Activision Blizzard in the future. You have a friend on strike? Yeah, exactly. So it's not to say that I won't ever support the company again. I mean, I don't necessarily see myself doing that, but it's so hard when you have these big conglomerate companies that own everything, like Disney. Um, it's hard saying like, oh, I'm not going to support them, but they literally like own everything, or like Amazon too. So it's like you can say, there's horrible things going on. I don't want to support it, but it's hard to get away from it. So in terms of like Activision Blizzard, I will do my darndest to make sure I'm not necessarily supporting them at this time. But at the same time, it's tough too. Yeah, Disney does treat their park workers pretty bad. Um, it's tough because it's like you want to support the little guy, you want to support the workers, you want to support like the developers or whoever's working on the games, but you don't want to support and promote the environments that are making them miserable. So it's like, what do you do? I guess in that instance, you just kind of look to the people who are dealing with it. Like a lot of people have been posting on Twitter and things like that. It's like as long as they are boycotting and protesting, I feel like you go with that. You boycott, you protest with them, and help raise their voices and make them heard. Exactly. Yeah, you want to help support the little guy. And then if they reach an agreement that they're happy with and they go back to work and they continue to support the company after that, after they've made it better, then that's great. But at least right now, they're not going to get my money or support. But yeah, that's kind of, and other comfort games that I like to play besides Overwatch. It's not a secret, at least in this community, that I love Kingdom Hearts. Like that's definitely will forever be one of my favorite games of all time. And actually, I was gonna say believe it or not, but actually it's probably believable since there's like a dozen different games in the Kingdom Hearts series. But shock of all shocks, Greg. Shock of shocks. Yes, I do. Oh my god, shooketh. Shooketh. I hear a kitten. Do you want to say hi? Come here. Come here. Come here. She is not about it. Kitten. You guys didn't even. Nice. I know. Okay, I'll put you down now. Goodbye. She was like, Mother, what are you doing? Yeah, no. It is National Black Cat Day, I believe. And I'm so sorry about your little void, John. I'm so sorry that you lost a dear black cat in your life. It is today. Yes, you would think it would be on Friday the 13th, but tis today is National Black Cat Day. So happy National Black Cat Day to all the black cats out there. I know we touched on it a little bit earlier today about like mental health and pets, but a lot of people look at black cats as bad luck, but I feel like mine has been nothing but good luck to me. It's not her birthday. Her birthday was actually back in May. May 16th is her birthday. She turned 3. She turned 3. Zach, thank you for the sub. Look at all these cuties. Look at you. You cutie. Thank you for the sub. Again, if you are just joining the stream or just new here, I am Liz. I am supporting the Trevor Project for the month of August and September in honor of my friend Vance, who had passed away at the end of July. So if you are able, feel free to check out the fundraising page. Thank you to anyone who's donated bits or subs or any other type of monetary donations. Everything I make between now and the end of September will be going to the Trevor Project. So thank you for your support. I thoroughly am entirely grateful. So thank you so much. And yeah, and if you missed it too, I got this, I don't know quite what it is, but I got this in the mail. You can see the Twitch logo and anime eyes and not so subtle pride flag in the background, and I don't know quite what it says, but nice. Yeah, I got it from a company called Nice Shirt Thanks. You just send them in a random prompt and their designers design something really amazing and or nightmare fuelish to you, and then it becomes a t-shirt. Thank you, Bobo, for the 420 bits. Nice. Thank you so much for even more bits. Very, very wonderful and kind of you. I'm like, I don't even know if this is one of my BTT TTT motes. Like, I don't even know my own. It's been a while. It's been a night. Yeah, there they are. But yeah, how's everyone else doing? I've been doing a lot of talking, which is kind of the point, right? You know, I'm the streamer lady. I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad that you were able to hang out for sure. But yeah, making food right now. Nice. Yeah, that's the thing I haven't quite mastered is using a rice cooker, which sounds really simple. Like you just put in water in the rice and you hit the button, right? But I just make it in a regular pan. Yeah, I thank you. I think that is a very you are I exactly. I am the rice cooker. For a very long time in my whole household, I was also the dishwasher. We did not have one of those, so I'm used to doing all of the cooking myself for sure. Um, but yes, I want to stream more. I know I say that quite a lot. It's like I want to do it more. I want to do it more. I'm just overly ambitious with all the stuff I want to try to accomplish all the time, and that's certainly part of it. But especially uh, through the end of September, I want to try to stream as much as I can so I can raise money for the Trevor Project. Rice in the rice cooker to cook it, so it's technically right. But are you actually doing the cooking, or is the rice cooker doing the cooking? Um, but yeah, I want to stream and get back to Night in the Woods and finally finish it. It was a thoroughly enjoyable game when I started it. Definitely want to make a point to finish it because I have the tendency to do that where I start a game and I don't finish it or ever go back to it ever again. So we're going to try to break that streak. Do I have a favorite type of rice? Not necessarily. I feel like all rice is good rice, right? I tend to go for a nice brown rice because it's pretty healthy for you, but fried rice is always a delicious variation. Um, I mean, any kind of rice really. There was a time though, for anyone who likes to travel out there, where I went to South America. I was in Brazil for like 3.5 weeks, and you know they always say if you travel somewhere, especially in South America, like Mexico or wherever, it's like oh don't drink the water. I mistakenly drank some water, kind of without realizing it, and got really really sick for a while. I was sick for most of the time I was in Brazil for various reasons, but basically the only thing I could eat for like those 3.5 weeks was a rice and beans. And by the end of my trip there, I was so sick of rice and beans. I was like, never again, never again. You went down the Amazon once. That's amazing. That's so awesome. I was not in the northern part of Brazil. Um, Not like I know super duper like Brazilian geography super well, but it's like you have the country, the Amazon is at like the top part. I was in the southern part by like Rio de Janeiro and other places like that. But that's really cool. But yeah, rice and beans, definitely not a favorite combo of mine after that experience. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a lot of people are like, "Oh, did you go down for Carnival?" Or yeah, the beach was amazing. I didn't necessarily go for like a party trip or for like funsies. Like I had a lot of fun, but I actually went down as part of like a missions trip, and I was doing a lot of volunteering and work and like humanitarian stuff when I was down there. So I thoroughly enjoyed doing that as well. So anytime that I get to travel is always nice, but especially if I can help people while I'm traveling is also very, very nice. And I like to do that. So yeah. But what are you making rice for, Nintendo Play? Dinner, probably, I'm assuming. But yeah. Besides doing the just chatting thing again, want to get back into Night in the Woods. I have a whole queue of games that I want to also try. Sorry. I thought L'Oreal, she has a tendency to rip down my curtains. Again, if you follow my Discord or my Snapchat, you know the saga with my cat ripping down my curtains. But she like jumped up in the window right next to me, and I thought she was like hanging on to the curtain, and thankfully that was not the case. She just jumped up into the windowsill. But seeing it out of the corner of my eye freaked me out. Thank you for hanging out, Took. I appreciate it. I really do. I hope you have a good sleep. And honestly, I'm probably going to end stream soon myself. I didn't necessarily have a timeline of when I wanted to stream for, but she's making it less flammable by tearing it down. How sweet of her. How very sweet. Yeah, I've been streaming for a bit. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good night. Take care. I normally, when I am kind of coming to the close of my stream, I like to talk about when the next time I'm going to stream is going to be. I honestly don't know, just because a lot of different things going on. Like, I am traveling at the end of this week, and then at the end of next week, and the end of the other week, and then so doing a lot of mini trips here and there to visit friends or go camping or wherever. So I am trying to fit in some streams during the week whenever I'm done with work stuff and other stuff I gotta get done. But ideally, I would hopefully like to stream this coming Thursday. But I sent out the link earlier as well, but if not, feel free to join the Discord server and pop in. I will announce the next time I'll be streaming there and what I'll be playing. Most likely will be Night in the Woods, so we can finish that lovely game. It is very much an adventure. It's why I've been away, or part of the reason why I've been away for some time. All good things, but very much things where I'm kind of stretching myself a little thin, and by the end of the day, when it's all said and done, just kind of exhausted. And like we were talking about earlier, it's hard to pour from an empty cup. So been trying to do my thing, take the time I need, be out in nature, and do what I need to do. And I know everyone's been super kind and understanding and very much like, you do you, it's all good. And I'm very, very thankful for that always. Yeah, very much Zen time. I think it's important for sure. And now that we're kind of swinging back into fall time, and I'm getting closer to my stream anniversary, getting back into this because I am still very much passionate about doing this kind of thing. Just finding the right time and place to do it, also the right setup to do it in that makes me happy about the content that I'm creating and putting out there. So definitely trying to make it work and make it work in a way that I'm happy with. So, but thank you guys for joining and hanging out and being here. I know I was a little bit rambly, but I appreciate you all. Stream anniversary without a, right? Or is it stream anniversary with like an I? I'm actually kind of surprised that our dear Beryl isn't streaming, because normally he streams on Tuesdays, but I also have been a little bit absent in other people's streams as well. Thank you, Bobo. I appreciate you hanging out and all the bits and all of the chats and encouragement. I know Gam is streaming. BioRoxas is playing Kingdom Hearts. He's doing some world revisits. Maybe we can go say hi to our friend BioRoxas. Oh, Greg. I'm hoping that this will work. But I'm going to send this over to, yeah, we're gonna raid my friend BioRoxas. Hopefully I can get this to work properly, but Streamlabs is kind of being a butt at the moment. What do you guys want the raid message to be? Got the real bad toots. Well, I hope you feel better. Barry is not streaming. I want to check. I want to get an update on my actual fundraiser page for the Trevor Project before I go and before I send this raid off into the void somewhere. But at last check, yeah, I've raised $85 just from my fundraiser page, and I want to thank my friend Cassandra, my friend Cecilia, and a $25 anonymous donation to the Trevor Project. Everyone who's subscribed and donated bits, I definitely appreciate you. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the donos. I appreciate you all so much. Like, that one wasn't bad. That one wasn't bad. We're rating BioRoxas. Say hi, give them some love, give them a whole yeah. I don't know why this is like being weird right now. I hope it's not weird on your end because it's can't really tell what is going on right now. It said their account was created 4 minutes ago. Well, probably a bot then, but it's hard to tell. Is the raid going through for anybody or nah? Because I hit the command on my stream center, stream manager, but it kind of froze, so I don't know if it's working or not. My dashboard froze. I was gonna say, I'm just kind of chilling now, because it seems like I've frozen, but I cannot tell what's going on at the moment. You are weird, actually. So, I don't know why things are getting chug-a-luggy right now. Yeah, for real, it's getting weird and I don't know why. I don't want to just like abruptly end stream. Will this work? Ooh. It says I'm hosting BioRoxas, so the raid must have went through. But I'm still streaming. Alright, I'm gonna end stream for all the lovely VOD watchers that might be out there, or if this is still streaming for some reason, the raid didn't go through, I love you. Be safe, be kind. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hopefully I'll see you soon.